cause I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, vacay, I'm staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need that energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me. When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down to ride, you weren't down to ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip and slide. I was shooting dice till I got a nosebleed. Money on the floor, can't get cold feet. Took a L, should've put it in the offering. Lord, forgive me for my sins, don't know of me. Scary thoughts, I got scary thoughts. Lost control, now I'm taking charge. Breaking bills, friends breaking off. You could be the youngest, I'm the dawn. Kiss the ring, nah. In the scene like G.O.T. Stay away.
That is Boo's fault. I literally made that the same night we talked about it. Welcome one, welcome all. Shout out to the J Crown. Woo, 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 woo. Welcome Buddha 1000. Welcome Renee Revelinsky. Welcome Dolly Bush. Welcome Vegan Knowledge. I know she's here. She's in the other room. She's in and out of cooking dinner. I didn't want her to starve because of my lateness. Let's see. We got anybody else in yet? You know what? Let's look at that one more time. Got a bad taste in your mouth? Spit it out. It could be Wisdom Built Tooth Ed or Wisdom Tooth Built Ed. Did you hear how I messed that up? Wisdom Tooth Built Ed. Oh man, let's get. Man. Hopefully everyone has had a fantastic week. I have been doing some fasting this week. And shout out to Buddha for coming on over to TikTok. She's over there, guys. She came on over and commented on the Ed video. And I was shocked because I'm like, what? Buddha 1000's over on TikTok. We got to get everybody over there. Renee, Dolly, you guys got to come on over to TikTok if you're not. And if you are, what is your handle so I can follow you and we can follow each other? Because I go live on there. I haven't been going live as much. I've just been basically doing edited videos because I've been doing a lot of fasting this week. So I've been just kind of conserving my energy. Haven't even been working out because it's easier when you don't exert a lot of energy to get away with not eating all day long. But I broke my fast yesterday. Buddha, I don't know if you saw that last video. I broke my fast yesterday. It was And I trust and believe I got a 23-hour, 22-hour fast in. It was only for like an hour, but I did break my fast, but I'm back on it. So I went for 7 days straight, no food from last Monday up until yesterday. And I felt fantastic, absolutely fantastic. But yesterday I was kind of overwhelmed with a craving. Could have been because I took a hit, you know what I mean? But I'm like, and I don't normally smoke during the daytime. In fact, I'm done with smoking. I'm going back on my hiatus. I smoked for 2 months now, so I'm going back on my hiatus. I go on a hiatus every now and then for like a couple years at a time, you know what I mean? So, my energy level's a little bit down. So I'm like, okay, it's time for me to stop. I know I can measure it. It's time when I start getting lazy and I don't feel like doing that, it's time to stop smoking already. But yeah, so I think that derailed me yesterday. Honestly, I got a overwhelming case of the munchies and had to go for it. So I'm like, all right, well, you know what? Let's cut everything out. You know what I mean? I'm going back on my fast tomorrow and no smoking. So that's what I've done today. I've put in now another 24, well, almost 24 hours. It will be as of 12 midnight. Um, and yeah, feel good. I feel good. I've been drinking water all day. So, and Jen freaks out. She's like, I don't know how you go so long without eating. And I've gone as long as 20 days before with no food. So I was attempting to do a full month, a 31-day fast. So, and I was well on my way. I had a week under my belt. So, but here it is. I'm okay with losing 2 days. I'm willing to go back into it, but I'm like she said, I'm not going to commit to doing the whole rest of the month. But I will try to go past that 7 days. And if it so happens that I go to the end of the month and even further, then so be it. But I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to go as long as I possibly can. I think, yep, she's here. Trying to get you in, babe. What the hell's going on? There we go. Hi, honey.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
I heard you talking about your fast. It was so inspirational to watch. I could tell on that third day you were really going through it, but you hung in there, didn't have anything, and then ended up feeling really good after that.
Yeah,
And oh, she
yeah, that's
said, Renee said, how do you not get a headache? I think it has a lot to do with drinking a lot of water, right? You said?
it does. And when she's mentioning the third day, Renee, I did wake up with a headache that day. So yeah, I do get symptoms. Every now and then I get a little lethargic. But I make sure I hydrate. I talk about this on my videos over on TikTok a lot. Because what I did, I documented every day. Every day. If you go on my TikTok, you'll see I set up a thumbnail to where it says the original day that I started it doesn't have the day, but day one that was complete, it says day one, day two, day three, day four. So you can kind of look instead of having to scroll through, you can tell which days, and it goes all the way through day 7. Which I make the next day after I've completed the day. I don't want to say I've completed it and something happens and I don't make it through, which is why I made it on the 8th day when I ended up eating. But yeah, you get the headaches every now and then, the hunger pains. Now I noticed today I didn't really have hunger pains. um Probably 4 days in, the ghrelin kind of subsides and you don't get the growling stomach and the hunger. Your body just kind of gets on autopilot and starts burning its own fat and living off of the fuel that you've got stored in your body. That's why fasting's good for you. And I didn't mean to get off on a fasting tangent, but it's something I'm experiencing right now, so I wanted to share it with you guys.
Right, Renee? She said, I'm having a hard time just trying to cut out sugar. I feel you there.
That's
I
one way
think,
to do it all at one time, right? Cut
right?
everything
Just cut it all out. No
out.
food, period, at all.
Right.
But yeah, we're really proud of you. I definitely am. My sister was
Thank
here for the
you.
weekend and she was so impressed with it too. Renee
Thank
said
you.
diet soda is the devil.
Yes, it
I went
is.
months drinking only water, tea, and sometimes coffee. I fell off the wagon and had a diet Coke, and I'm hooked again. I tell you what,
It
too,
happens.
Renee, I read, and you can Google it too, whatever they use in the diet soda, because I used to drink a ton of Diet Mountain Dew and remember Diet Coke, I mean, Coke Zero, everything was diet when we first met. But I read that the stuff they use in there is actually worse than if you would have a regular soda. I mean, obviously, if you're not trying to cut out sugar, but check that out if you end up getting headaches or migraines. They said that whatever that substitute is, it makes it even worse for you. So I still went back to regular soda when I wanted one. Oh, you do intermediate. Why can't I speak tonight?
Intermittent.
Yeah, intermittent fasting myself, Buddha said, and I was like, you know what? I do
That's what
that
I'm
too
gonna do
every
when I
day.
finish this fast. I'm gonna go on a raw vegan intermittent. I'm gonna do 20 hours a day. If you ever look at, there's another lady that's on YouTube called Diane Parham. If you've ever looked at her, and she's for today's aging woman is her theme, and she totally has become a intermittent fasting advocate. She fasts for 20 hours every day and has a 4-hour eating window. And obviously she eats responsibly in that window, but she is so bought in on that. And so am I. I like 20-hour fasts. It's the closest thing to what I'm doing. So when I'm done this, I'm going to go on that. So, and I'm going to try to stay raw vegan. I mean, I'm going hardcore. The reason I'm doing this is not just for weight loss, because when I started this, I weighed in at 211 pounds, which I carry like different, you know what I mean? And like, I'm very proportionate, like straight, like I'm not extra hippie or extra busty.
She's a brick house.
I have a lot of muscle, so it is very proportionate. It looks like I probably weigh about 185 when I'm like actually 215 or 210.
I
And it
agree with that.
gets that way. You know what I mean? So when I had the cancer and I went down to 130 pounds, it looked like I was probably about 115 pounds. So I don't want to go too little because of how I'm built, but I do want to get down in the 140s. I really do. I want to get down in the 150s, 140s. That's where I'm going to be comfortable. That's where it's going to be healthier for me. Technically, at my height, I should probably be at about 130, 125, but I'm going to carry it like that anyway when I get there. So it's going to look like I'm that small, but um it's not just for weight loss. You know about my eyes. All you guys know about my eye. This is one of the most aggressive steps I've taken in trying to possibly heal what is going on. I believe in a vegan diet. I believe in fasting. I believe the body knows how to heal itself. It's built to do it. And so I figure, you know what? I've never tried this for it. Let me go here, get consistent and get discipline with everything. And I am still drinking my moringa. So that's what's getting me through. Moringa has a ton of vitamins, minerals, protein. So technically it's not a true fast. I am drinking my moringa breakfast of champions every morning, but I'm not going through this without taking some vitamins or something. I'm not trying to drop dead. So, and the body doesn't want to die, but you have to give it something, electrolytes, things like that. But I am not touching solid food. Um, and I'm not doing smoothies or anything. So other than the moringa, which I'm putting 2 teaspoons in some water every day, I'm drinking water. That's it. Taking a B12 and a vitamin D. And other than that, that's all I'm having all day long. And I feel good. My energy level is really up. So, but yeah, we're supposed to be talking about. Go ahead, baby.
Oh, I was just gonna say that that's cool, Buddha. I'll send you a couple of things. She said she wants to try out some vegan food because her family and her barely eat meat anyway, and she had a vegan wrap and loved it. So I was telling her
Yeah.
I'll send some videos, and next Monday we should be back to Meatless Monday. We skipped yesterday, but we will be back on Monday at 7:30. And KT is in the house.
KT, what's up, honey? Welcome. Jen she has gotten into cooking tofu for us. And she came up with something when Brooke was here this past weekend where she has figured out how to dry it out thoroughly and cook it. And she put barbecue sauce on it. And I mean, those smells were driving me crazy this weekend, but I managed to get through it. But when I ended up eating a couple of bananas yesterday in the afternoon, I said, you know what? Since I've already broken my fast with a banana and an apple, that's what I broke my fast with. It wasn't like I had a cheeseburger or anything like that. It was a couple pieces of fruit. Here's what happened. I saw her with this new Ninja Bullet that we have, right? She put some cantaloupe in it and turned it into like a smoothie. And I'm thinking it's not a juicer, it's a food processor. How the hell did that happen? So I'm going and going and going and going, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I need something. But you know what? I don't want to cheat. So how about I go try to do that with a couple of apples and turn it into apple juice and just drink it. And then it won't be like I'm like cheating, like I'm eating. Well, it turned the apples and I don't think I told you this story, Jen. It turned the apples into a puree.
Hmm.
It wasn't liquid. It was like applesauce. I said, I'll
You
be
might need to put
damned.
some water with it. That's probably what it was. Just
Okay,
a
but
little bit. I mean, it's
okay.
not gonna taste good, but nothing you drink tastes good anyway. Moringa and water, come on.
So I ate it, and I'm like, shit, I just ate food. I mean, for all intents and purposes, this apple is pureed. It's not liquefied. I just ate. So I'm like, and once you do that, after fasting for 7 days, the floodgates are open. I picked up a banana, then I grabbed the other banana. Then I'm looking for other shit to eat. And I'm like, oh man, I am so derailing right now. So I had some of her barbecue tofu last night. I shit you not, tastes just like barbecue chicken,
It was good.
just like barbecue chicken. I'm craving it right now, to be honest with you. And I'm like, I already cheated
Oh, I
yesterday.
didn't get
I'm not
any
doing it.
tofu, so you're safe.
No,
I
okay.
went
Well,
back to all
I'm
raw
safe anyway
today.
because this is one of my mental push-ups. I got to. This is what strengthens your mind when you go through these times and you resist it. You get stronger in it, and every day you do that, it kills you to do it. But when you do it, after a while, it's like, okay, yeah, no, 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 and then you don't even have the craving with it. It's like, nah, I'm used to saying no now. Nah, it's no big deal. Yeah, go ahead, eat that pizza. Nope, don't want it. That's how I get when I stop smoking weed when I go on my hiatus. People can smoke it around me or anything they want. I don't want it. So I need to get back to that with that. And I need to get back in the place that I was a couple days ago with the food. Because right now I'm shaky. I'm on shaky ground, but I made it through today. So we're gonna go ahead and run with that. Jen still has to eat dinner yet, so we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Oh, but I have all raw vegetables, so you might not get that
That's
tempted.
good.
You
That's
know
good.
what?
What?
It reminds me of how what's her name Liz should be when she's trying to stay away from. Speaking of strong mind, little Ed the tooth. She needs to keep away from him like you're keeping away from food.
Right, 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 right.
See how I
What do you
tied that
say,
back into
Genevieve?
the 90-day? Buddha said I
Buddha
can't
said,
have too many greens. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll make sure there's plenty of stuff without greens, so I will make sure you get everything I like so that way you can have a
wait a
nice
minute,
variety.
what's the whole statement? Because I'm curious about that.
Oh,
Why not?
I can't have
Unfortunately.
too much greens. Unfortunately, I have to watch that because of the coumadin. So it's at
Ah.
a medicine, right? I believe. I don't think that's something in greens unless I've never heard of it. So she said if you can send something with no greens, I'll start there.
I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, can we get her off the Coumadin with the plant-based diet?
Is
It's
that a
like,
medicine? I still don't really know, or is that something in the greens? I really am not completely.
I
I
mean,
thought I've heard of it.
ultimately it's your decision. We are not those high pressure
I'm
go
a
go vegan, go
comedian.
vegan, go vegan people. We're not doing that, but it's so funny. It's like, we just get curious about that stuff because we've met people we've got a guy who has reversed freaking MS, guys. Reversed MS. That's some serious shit.
Well, I do know a lot of people who've come off their blood pressure medication, but you have to let your doctor know because it's
Yeah.
meant to thin
Anybody on
your blood.
medicine.
And if you're already thinning it by what your diet is, which it does lower your blood pressure, you don't want it to lower too much and then end up with
Yeah.
low. So it definitely is something you got to let them know about for
I
sure.
was
But
I was putting that disclaimer on the fasting videos too. I'm like, anybody who's trying this with me, if you're on medication, make sure you consult your doctor. As much as I don't go to the doctor, I'm not going to tell somebody else not to go to the doctor. You know what I mean? Especially if you're on medication that they've put you on, because then your body is no longer working off of natural healing. It's medicine induced.
hey,
So
Shay.
hey Shay, what's going on, babe? Hey Shay, what's up, babe? Um, if you're on medication, your body is now adjusted to that. So you've got to make sure if you fast or anything like that extreme, you got to check with your doctor. So yeah, if you're on medications, if you switch up your diet, you got to do that. I know we're ending up doing a meatless Tuesday or something here, Jen.
Teatless Tuesday.
But
Let's
yeah,
hear about some 90-day.
90-day tell all part two. Brooke was here. I do actually remember it, Jen. I sat here, I watched the whole thing with Brooke. You were cooking, and I think we
I
attempted to
could hear a
rewatch
lot
it
of it.
last night. and I fell asleep. But yeah, woo! This was a crazy, crazy tell-all. First of all, I'd like to literally beat the hell out of Ed. I cannot stand. I'm starting to realize just how
Toxic.
toxic he is. Um, he is extremely toxic.
Toxic tooth.
He is extremely toxic. Um, and this is a shot of him talking to one of the cameramen, telling him that Liz was playing the victim in this whole scenario,
What
when
is he talking about?
talking about Liz was playing the victim and acting out and making more out of a deal than it should have been, when he got caught cyber cheating on her. Okay, here we have how the tell-all literally starts, coming in, leaving off where it was, with Rose pretty much putting Ed out there, saying that, yeah, he's been FaceTiming me, and he's even mentioned that he wants to come to the Philippines to see me. Ed is
Dolly
a
said,
clout chaser.
"Hey, Dolly." She said Ed took the ring back from Liz.
Oh, I got a
Well,
picture of that too. We're gonna get on that. We're gonna get on it. I got a snapshot of that too. I didn't snapshot everything. We'll just end up talking after I get through these pictures, because I didn't get everything because I was running behind. But this is some bullshit right here, man. He sits there and denies, completely denies, and even Sean got pissed off about it. You know, she's like, I sat here. Wait a minute, hold up. I'm doing the wrong thing. I sat here and I asked you, there it is. I sat here and I asked you whether or not you can dictate everything that Liz does. But when I sat here and asked you, did you contact Rose? You played dumb. And that's exactly what he did. He said, I don't know if I did or I didn't. You know,
because
basically
he's doing
pleading the
so
fifth.
much crap, he don't even remember what he did and what he didn't do. Is what I took it as. Like, oh, you're reaching out to all kind of women. I don't know if I
Ed
reached
is
out to
slick.
her or not.
Ed is
Yeah,
slick because what he came up with was logical. He said, we've broken up so much that I don't know if we were together or apart when I did that. We know that's bullshit, but it was good. I'll give it to him. He has got the gift of gab. He's a little slick ass talker, and that's how he gets in with these women. But if you notice something, when he was with Rose, didn't he talking about the breath, talking about some other things? I don't like that you won't tell me about your past. He bullies these women. Like, women, wake up. This guy is a fucking troll. What are you doing? Like, what is he good at, eating poo poo or something? Because that's pretty much all I can see that he could ever be good at. Okay? He's probably good with the tongue. That's it. Because he's doing something to these women to make them lose their minds and actually want to stay with him. Why does Liz keep returning? You know, what is it about Ed? What the hell is he? Must be, he's got to be paying her. But Ed is very toxic, and I think it's because he's insecure about his own looks and his own situation. And has anybody noticed the fact that he is getting huge? He's getting big, bigger and bigger and bigger. That's why Buddha called him a two, because that whole top portion. Let's look at it again. Woo! He is literally shaped just like that, like all up here. Liz, you don't know what you're talking about. You're an asshole. Everybody, listen, guys. If you don't know what you're talking about, then shut the fuck up. I mean, that's Ed, dude. He's got all of this up here is just getting like to the point where, like Buddha said, like, that shirt is screaming. Those buttons are about to burst. So his health cannot be good. Maybe that's one of the reasons he picks on, but he picks on these women that he gets with and makes them feel substandard so that he can feel like this giant. It elevates his self-esteem to put these women down that he gets with. And it's toxic to watch. You know, it really is toxic to watch. He really gets really shitty. And he gets shitty. Did you see how he was talking to Jovi and and Andre? Like, where does he get the balls? Where does he get? Is it because the cameramen are there and he knows that they can't hurt him? Trying to let Jem back in. Like, where does he get the balls to talk to people like that? I cannot stand this little dude, man.
I
I mean,
remember saying last week, I think what he does is he looks for people that are out of his league, like somebody that would never date him, like, well, like Rose pretty much, because she was from another country. So he thought he had that control over her where he could, put the green card over her head and be controlling that way. And then Liz, he was trying to get with her. He's in love with these women to start with. Then next thing you know, he feels insecure. The minute that he starts feeling insecure, he starts putting them down and talking like Rose about, making her feel subpar to him because she doesn't shave her legs or whatever it was, and the toothbrush, putting her down. Liz, the same old thing. Liz is doing now all of a sudden she's overweight and
Shay
she's
J.
a lesbian.
Shay J has it pegged down in the comment section. Shout out to that comment.
I was
She
trying to
said,
read the comments, but I couldn't because we couldn't hear me, so I had to leave.
I just saw that. I was wondering where you went. She said Ed is he finesses these women and he does it well because he's got a disability and he works that angle, makes
Mhm.
them feel sorry for him, basically. She doesn't
Yes.
come at him. If she mentions the word neck, God, you just said neck. You
Yeah.
know how I feel
But
about that,
he can do whatever he wants to her.
But he could do it's like you having a disability does not give you carte blanche to treat people like shit, you know?
Exactly. He's
And
insecure, so he makes them feel more insecure than him, and they go for it. Like, what is the problem? He's like a brainwash
he's
kind of
good.
guy.
Finesse is the perfect word, Shay. Finesse is the perfect word because that's
Buddha.
exactly what he does. Oh God.
I just
What's
look
he say?
forward to
What's he say?
Rumpelstiltskin Angela talking down garden gnome small Ed in the next tell all. Garden gnome, that's even
Ah!
more. Oh my gosh.
What do you do? Sit there and you got all week to come up with these because she is like
On fire. Definitely.
Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin. Oh my God. No, I'm not gonna be on the floor like I was last week. I refuse. Oh my God, that was crazy.
I love it.
Okay, so what do we have next? I don't even know. Anybody else have any comments about Ed and Liz before we move on? Because I don't even want to give him the time of day just by because he's a clout chaser. That's one of the main reasons he's going after Rose. Rose has got some fame. She's got some dough now,
Yep.
and he wants in badly. That's probably another reason he's dogging Liz out to get her away from him. You can see next week where he's like, "Why do you keep coming back?" Like he's legit asking her, "Damn, I can't get rid
I
of you
don't
for
want to be in
shit."
a club that would have me as a member.
Exactly. Why do you keep coming back to me, Liz? I'm trying to get rid of you. Do you not get it? So he's trying to hook back up, and I don't know what makes him think Rose would even consider taking him back. But she almost kind of looks like she's thinking about it.
Buddha said, I want Yar to go in on Ed because I know she'd do it like me. Right? I would love to hear you go off on
I would
Ed.
love
Shay
to hear
J, you
you,
too.
and I would love to hear Yara go off
Watch
on
out.
Ed too. That would be good.
KT might not be doing no talking. She might just go right at him.
Okay, so here is where Liz basically calls him out and says, "Well, you're caught, and I have no respect for you." And Ed's like, "Well, give me my ring back." And I mean, he got everybody to just kind of be like, Ed, what, like, dude. Even Usman from Nigeria, he's like, oh, Ed, that was some shitty stuff right there. And look at his face.
He doesn't see anything wrong with what he did, though, because he thinks he's made up this story in his mind that Liz is doing him wrong because she
Right.
wants to have a job that
Yeah, she's
betters her
playing
situation.
the victim. What? The victim of someone that has been basically belittled and cheated on? Because guess what? We see the proof in the pudding that that's exactly what the you're doing. So how's she playing the victim?
Buddha said that was a good question to ask her, though, but Liz is not done. Renee said Rose has a boyfriend. He's in his 50s from Australia. And Renee said Ed is trash. And Shay J said, oh my God, that shirt is struggling.
I was about to say
I
it,
couldn't wait
Shay.
to get to that. It
I
is,
was
right?
about
Is that
to
going to
say
stay in there?
it. Like that. I mean, look at like.
He could at least.
Look
What's going on with the
right up
wardrobe people?
the second button up, the third button up.
That's so struggling.
Look at the third button up, man.
I'm surprised his stomach's not showing. Yes, she does,
It is.
Buddha said Renee. Rose was just saying Philippines will always welcome him.
Yeah, it looks like Rose would consider it. It's like, what, you stupid?
Rose is kind of off.
I'm like, you don't need him. But yeah, that button was like,
Tully said the
let's
button is
go.
gonna pop off.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but and then so after that whole thing, they take a break. Everybody goes off into the green room and starts, chilling, chowing down on some food. Did anybody notice the piercing silence that happened when Ed walked into the room? Like nobody talked to him. Nobody talked to each other. When he walked in there, that was the most uncomfortable silence I have ever witnessed in my life. I'm like, wow. And it's just obvious that people were talking about him. I mean, I don't care how confident in yourself you are. That would break your confidence down. You'd probably be like, oh,
Right? Hey, Ro.
I know this is about me. Hey, Ro, what's going on, babe? I know this is about me, but I'm just going to ignore it. I'm Big Ed. I don't care. I'm just going to play it off. But they just, just a hush came over the room. So I'm like, okay, he deserved that.
Maybe Rose was just being polite, Renee said. Buddha said, yes,
Yeah.
I did. Ed loves to look up to the sky and act dumb. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. I don't know if I did or I didn't. What kind of crap is that? And once again, here is him in full effect. In essence, who is really playing the victim? Ed. Now he's off bitching to the camera guy. She's playing the victim. I mean, like, he was like, let's look at how he talks to her. I played a phone call for you guys a few months back of him literally cussing her out. He talks to her like trash. And the minute she saw what Rose said and stood up, what did he say? Liz, sit down. Instead of trying to console her, he had no freaking remorse at all. I don't know if I did it or didn't. Liz, sit down. I'm like, whoa, he's not even sorry. That's how much respect for her he no longer has. And it's because she keeps coming back and keeps eating shit from him. Okay. So I think she may be done at this point, but as long as she's going to continue to subject herself to it, he's going to get worse and worse and worse. Period. Okay, so after that, we've got Kim who walks in to address Angela for the comments that she made to Usman. And I don't know about anybody else, but I would pay tickets to see these two go at it. I would pay for tickets to see these two women go at it. Kim is not intimidated by Angela. Angela can see that Kim is not intimidated by her and comes off at Kim completely different than she does everybody else. Okay, Kim went in and addressed woman to woman her shit. She was like, I don't like what you said to Usman. And I know he's not my man anymore, but we're friends. And yeah, you need to kind of back off. I can handle me. I don't need you feeling sorry for me. Okay. So yeah, I don't like that. And she's like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna mind my business. You may very well be the woman for him. You may very well be the woman that will change him and get. But she had mad respect for Kim because Kim came straight at her. But Kim is no whore either. Kim has an attitude problem as well, and she is known to lose her temper just as well as Angela. She was in the military. I bet. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who would win in a fight between these two? I hate to talk about, violence and on women violence, but I gotta know who y'all think will win between Kim and Angela, man. Because I think Kim would whip Angela's ass. I really do. I think Kim wants to whip Angela's ass. If given the opportunity, I think people would pay to see that because those women, they're right around the same age, and both of them are dealing with Nigerian men, and everybody. Angela has literally cussed out and gotten in everybody's face, but you don't see her. She picks her battles. You don't see her doing that to Kim because Kim will smack the shit out of her. Okay, Kim will go off. Kim thinks she's a gangster. She thinks she's a ran away girl. So she carries it like that, calling people yo and carrying on. I'm like, I remember when Usman told her he had messed with Zara. What's up with that, yo? I'm like, Kim, come on now. Stop trying to act like you from the streets of Brooklyn. All right.
You get ready to give them an idea. Next thing I'm telling you, I hope no one from TLC's listening. Next thing we know, we got
That's
mud
messed up, yo.
wrestling,
I'm like,
90
what you
day
know
mud
about that's
wrestling.
messed up, yo?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I know she messed with color because she got a black son, but I'm like, but you're not black. Not that that means anything, but the way she
Is
speaks,
she a yo girl?
yeah, if you need and around the way, girl. Kim swears she is that gangster.
Mhm.
I had edited a video. Remember back
Rose
in
said
the
some
day?
of us are from Brooklyn. I don't think Kim is as bad as Angela, Renee said. And Rose said
No,
Kim is trained and could put her down with one hand. Right, because she was in the military.
she was in the military. I just said that. Yep. Kim could Kim
I
could
was in the bathroom.
Kim could hurt Angela, and I think Angela knows that. Speaking of which, Lauren and Alex, I have binged Lauren and Alex, and I'm addicted. I think I'm going to start reviewing that when this tell-all is over. Does anybody watch Lauren and Alex? I'm loving that show.
Hey, wait. Shay said Kim has a black scent.
I've
Oh, Jamal
never
is gonna
heard that
confront
before.
Usman.
Huh?
Dolly said Jamal is gonna confront Usman about
I
using his
know.
mom
I can't wait to see that. Jamal has
after
been
he gave
feeling
him the
himself.
video game.
Well, he's got the game and he's back over in the States now. Usman can't do a damn thing about it. He was
You're gonna have
smart. He was
somebody
his
show up.
best bud when he handed over that PS5. But now that he's back in the States, you're dogging my mother. But Usman waited
Exactly.
until he left too to go in on Kim, which was, to me, that was yeah, that wasn't right. You know what I mean? If you were gonna say those things, why didn't you say that was why Jamal was here? You know what I mean?
I agree.
Um,
Renee said Jamal is a good son, and Kim said, "Me too, Don." Agreeing along with you. Shay said that's Chicago slang. Okay, I got you. I need to start using Chicago slang. That would be cool.
but yeah,
Don't
that
make me
was cor-
yawn, JJ.
I know. I'm sorry. Let's see, what are we doing here?
Hey, I sometimes have a
Okay,
black
so
scent and roll my neck, Rose said.
um so here we have the next segment, which I think this might be the last picture. We can just talk from about everything else, but here we got Angela, who is pretty much putting out there what Michael has done. She found all the receipts. She's been sent all the receipts from a friend of him, including voice messages of him basically telling another American woman that he loves her. He's going to be in the States soon and try to get to see her. He's sending her money. And Michael's got nothing but angst. He's out of that. He's out of it. He's like, he's trying to figure out a way to talk his way out of this. And Angela's clearly distraught. He looks like he feels like pure D shit about it, and he's apologizing profusely. But then
I'm
he
gonna tell
starts
you something though. I
yeah, go
don't
ahead,
have a
Ray.
popular opinion on this, or maybe I do. I don't know exactly what everybody's opinion is, but I feel like she has mentally, I think even the Sean said it in the thing. I feel like she has mentally abused this man and made him feel so unimportant and like his opinion doesn't like she's really been mean to him over time. I feel
Yara
like
said it.
it
Yara's the one
didn't
that actually
happen
said it.
until she started meeting Billy and hanging out with him. He might have felt insecure. Not that that's an excuse. He's still a jerk for doing something like that. But I feel like this wasn't something just out of the blue where they were getting along great, and she never had a negative word to say or made him feel like like she bossed him around, never
Dude,
respected his
Angela
opinion.
has been talking trash to Michael since they've been together. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Since the whole relationship started, everybody's been talking about how badly Angela talks to Michael. And this
Right?
was way before Billy and all of that. So it's like, when Billy came into the picture, that was to me was just another slap in the face that, oh, now she's openly flirting with somebody else in
She
front of
was gonna
him.
go live with the guy and take care of him and had a crush on him. Renee said, "Oh, these two, a racist abuser and a man child." And Buddha said, "Michael is all about the green card, but you blame him? She's whacked." Right?
It's like she used him to get on 90 Day Fiance, and he's using her to get to the States. And one of the reasons he is being held off is because they hold the Nigerians off because a lot of them have turned out to be scammers. And with this latest development, I have to admit, it has made me think a lot differently about Michael. I used to
Yeah.
be all on Michael's side. I used to be like, I can't stand the way she talks to him, and I used to say if he cheated on her, it would be warranted. But I had to admit, I actually had a heart and felt some kind of way for Angela when
It's
she
like
was
I
losing it.
was she was like gonna I knew she was gonna take it over the top though, like where I would have felt sorry for her, she is gonna take that and run with it. And all of a sudden she started annoying me just like Angela. And I'm like, I really should be feeling more bad for her at this point in time. It was like I was starting to make myself feel bad for not
She
feeling as
got to
bad.
me. She got
So I'm
to me.
like,
I'm like,
all
I
right,
felt bad for
Angela.
her.
My issue with Michael, Renee said, is that what did she say? My issue with Michael is that he was gonna scam any American woman just to get here. I just don't and can't feel a lot of empathy for Angela because she is just so awful. Yeah, me too, Renee.
Yeah,
Um,
they are two peas in a pod that deserve each other at this point. I'm feeling all bad for him. Come to find out, he's a scamming ass son of a bitch, and she's basically demeaning him. You know what I mean? I do think she has a touch of racism in her as well. That's why she treats him the way she does. She just wants a little slave to come over here and whatever. She wants to control him. And the way she talked to him was completely unacceptable. But what he's doing is unacceptable. Now his shit's come to light. So,
mhm.
yeah, okay, it may or may not work out with her. Let me move on to the next one. He's caught. And his uncle even called him out on it. His own family even called him out on it. So, when the family takes Angela's side, something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Yep.
What do you guys think in the comments? Am I wrong? I really think that honestly, I think these two are too toxic, and Angela, even with all of this, doesn't even know if she want. Well, of course she don't know if she want to break up with him because she still wants to be on TV. And if she breaks up with Michael, there is no more 90-day fiance for her because where's the
She can go single
fiance?
life.
She can, but who the hell wants Angela?
Right.
Except for Billy.
Renee said it's hard to feel sorry for Angela, and Renee said she's a MAGA fan. Michael Shay J said Michael is a player in the game. Yep.
Yes.
I think some part of him, though, I'm like, because I thought for a moment, though, he might really kind of have gotten feelings for her in some really weird way over this period of time, though, because some of the stuff, if he was just going to move on to another lady, but he put so much time and effort into her, I know,
I
but
think
I'm
that's
like,
what the
she
deal is with
really
him.
puts him down.
I think that's what the deal is with him, why he won't leave her. Because he has put so much time and effort into this relationship that it's like, okay, if I roll out, that's 5, 6 years wasted. Hey,
Hmm.
has anybody also noticed that Angela, what is she eating, y'all?
I remember you saying this the other night.
I actually took a picture. I don't know why Restream didn't load it. I'll try to load it in. What's going on? Angela has picked some weight back up. Girlfriend looking a little big again. Okay, and I don't know if it's an attempt to self.
Fill out the wrinkles.
She's trying to fill in the cracks. She's trying to fill in the cracks. She has put some weight back, which honestly, it kind of has. It kind of, if you look at her face in this last episode, it kind of did fill in some of the cracks there. And her face looked a little smoother. So it's like, okay, either be big and have a pretty face or take out all the weight and look like the Crypt Keeper. So I think she's choosing pretty because it's all about looks for her. So she doesn't care if she gets a little bit bigger. But that can't be safe with the surgery that she had. But when has Angela ever been safe? But yeah, she has definitely gotten back on the hefty side. She's no longer skinny. I'm curious to see how big she's going to get.
Ooh, I gotta catch up on some of these. Renee said Diet Coke, and Shay said, does she drink beer? Dolly said she's gaining
Maybe.
some weight. Mama Shay J said Mama June gained her weight back, and Buddha said alcohol can make you gain, and Rose said the lap band is a rubber band. If you eat more, it stretches back out and you gain the weight back. Wow.
Wow.
I
That
thought the
makes
thing was
sense.
snap.
That makes perfect sense. So yeah, no wonder.
And
Okay, because
Angela reminds me of the kind of person that's going to go try to sue the doctor, and I mean the hospital, and be like, "This thing didn't work," even though she was eating too much. Like I didn't know I could gain it back. I thought the thing would keep it off forever, no matter what I ate. That's robbing me. I paid all that money. Well, Angela, you should not have paid all that money. I told you. I want your boobs.
I like the way you're playing both parts.
Renee, Angela
You
had
want money.
gastric bypass surgery, not lap band. Oh, okay.
I thought so. I wasn't sure. I thought so.
What is the difference? What is that?
So gastric bypass? Wait a minute though. That's where they cut out some of your stomach, isn't it?
I
That's
think
dangerous if you end up going and eating with that. Because she's not even, I mean, for all intents, she's no longer skinny. She's back big. She's not as big as she was, but she's big again. She's big. I gotta pull that picture.
Jolly said Angela's got to do something about all that loose skin. Yes.
Yeah, man. Why hasn't she? She paid for all that surgery and didn't pay for a skin,
Maybe she ran out of
like a
money.
facelift. Like hook up with Darcy and Stacy. They'll help you out.
Mhm. Buddha said right now Angie is worth 100 grand, so I see why she acts crazy for a 90 day. All right, yeah. That's the thing. That's her character now. They probably tell her she has to act like that. Wasn't it
Yeah.
was it the last tell-all or two before where she just pulled her shirt up, showed her boobs right on the camera?
I think it was that was a while ago. That was the last time they had her on here, I think. No, that was like a few years ago though, right? That was right before she got the surgery, wasn't it? Or was it right after? It was right after. Because she was showing off. She was wearing the same suit she had on in green, but it was in red. And she had just had the surgery and she was just beginning to go down. And then she, I think, had the breast surgery right after that. But what she should have done was had the face done.
Renee said gastric bypass is what Winter had, and
That's
Buddha
what I
said she
thought.
can't. Dolly Bush, she has to stop smoking. KT said the gastro cuts part of your stomach, and the lap band is only wrapped around the top part of your stomach, but it can stretch out. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. I just can't stomach her. Get it?
Stop. Okay, there it is. All right, I'm gonna jump out for 2 seconds and come right back in, Jen,
Okay.
so I can pull this picture of Angela in.
We will miss you.
I'll be right
All
back.
right, let's talk about Dawn while she's gone. Just kidding. Angela is not gonna stop smoking, Dolly said. Yeah, I agree. I don't think she's gonna stop smoking. Like when they told her that before the surgery and tried to like the doctor was trying to scare her, she wasn't going for it. Buddha said, all I know if I'd knock that flying squirrel I'd knock that flying squirrel out if she ever came in my face like she did Yara. Flying squirrel! Where do you go with these? Here comes another video.
All right, it's
Let's see
not
a
a video,
flying
but
squirrel,
it's just
Angela.
a
I mean,
flying squirrel, Angela. I get it. Okay, so yeah,
I like the
look at
green.
this. She looked like Santa Claus last time. Look at those hips, the back.
That's her both times?
That's her.
Wow. Yeah, she definitely is picked up.
That's her in the tell-all. Look at the arm.
Mhm.
So yeah, she's past that skinny stage. She didn't just pick up a few pounds. It looked like she probably picked up a good 50 to 60 pounds, 75
I think
maybe.
if she does, her face will look better though.
It does look a little bit. It actually does look a little bit better. So I'm like, yeah, I'm worried about old Angela there. She needs to be careful with that gastric bypass putting that weight back on.
Shay said her backside is.
I know, right? It's like,
I
come
like
on.
big butts and again I lie. Oh.
I mean, I think big women are beautiful. I think all women are beautiful. It's like it's not the size that is the problem. It's the fact that she has gone through all this trouble to get gastric bypass surgery for health reasons. She smoked the entire time, and
Right. It
right
wasn't for
about
health reasons.
no, it was for just cosmetic
That's how
reasons.
she was
And
making Michael feel bad. Michael, I
yeah,
need to do this. I gotta do this for my health. Okay, stop smoking. No, I'm not stopping smoking.
right. It
Rose
was
said
all cosmetic.
Cleveland Clinic says stomach can stretch after surgery if you do not follow the diet. And Buddha said, "Oh, we better not wait. We bet got here from no brother talking about weave. Look at the Party City pony Angie. Angie got on. Party City pony. I couldn't even read it without laughing. Uh,
Oh my God, Party
Party
City,
City
not Party
pony.
City.
PCP, the other one. Jay said Angela needs to work on her psyche. If it's for her health, her movement is for TV. Yes.
Guys, what's up with her voice? Like she can't
Mhm.
even talk for two reasons.
Michael.
One is she literally chain smokes, and two, she's always screaming. She has
Yeah,
no
filter.
voice. No
Or
filter and no
filter.
voice.
Oh,
No
oh,
filter for the voice
she
that
needs
she
a
doesn't
filter,
have.
camera filter.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there in a few minutes.
Yeah, so yeah, this was a crazy tell-all. This was a crazy tell-all. So I didn't get any more pictures because I was running late, but who else was on there? Andre, right? Andre. Andre was talking with I think it was Becky and Charlie about, you know, basically how addresses them and talks to them. But what confused me is the hug that he and Becky had afterwards, or Jen, whichever sister that was. I'm like, what, you know, does he really like her secretly? Like, what's going on? I'm always having a conspiracy theory. I'm like, are they messing around? Because she's more his speed, man. That chick, she does not take shit off of him. He talks to Libby like trash, but he knows how far he can go with that one because she jumps in his face. Okay, that was Becky. Okay, thanks, Buddha. Renee, you yuck. Dolly Bush. All that yelling. Yep. All that yelling Angela does. Go figure. Yeah. You know, I think that's why her voice is gone. And I think that coupled with the chain smoking or whatever smoking she's doing. I know at some point she probably does chain smoke, but that's why she left the tell-all. She went out there and smoked a couple cigarettes. But what about the fight between her and Usman? I gotta give it to Usman, but would he be doing? Yeah, he'd be doing it in her face because he clearly does not like her. You know, he clearly does not like her. I've never seen Usman that angry. Usman is normally like like a cool character. You know what I mean? Even when he gets pissed off, he comes at you. His speech will get fast, but he doesn't do a whole lot of yelling. It seems like he'll walk away first. But Angela brings out the beast in Usman. Usman literally wants to smack the shit out of her. You can tell. Okay. He literally wants Angela. So that was crazy to watch that exchange between those two. Rose said, I think it's that Becky realized that she could lose her sister if they do right. Yeah, if they get her, if they it's a catch 22. You're cutting off your sister to spite your face. If they get him deported, Libby she's in his pocket, you know? Her and those kids are going with him. So you're basically deporting your own sister if you do that. Buddha says, I'm starting to think someone in her family may have said something. Me too. Cause when because when that lawyer mentioned that it was a felony, Becky said, "Oh," but Charlie was quiet. Shay J said, "Maybe Angela is tired of all the lies and fake storyline. Maybe She might be. Dolly Bush said, "I couldn't help but laugh at what Usman was saying." Saying to Angela. I'm thinking you're putting there, right? Yo, Angela. Yo, Angela. Did that not sound like Tony Maselli or what? Angela. Yo, Angela. Then we got Rocky. Shonda! Hey! Shonda made it in. All right. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Glad you made it, honey. We were just talking about Angela and the fact that she has put some more weight back on, and the fact that, all of us are having a problem feeling any type of empathy for her. I felt some, but, for the most part, she and Michael both deserve each other. Okay. Because both of them are, at one point I thought that he was a complete victim. And now I see that, he is using her. He is clearly using her to get to the States. But, he had to be. When you think about it, common sense would tell you, look at their relationship. What grown ass man would continue to put up with that, with some woman
Mhm.
talking to him like that? And I mean, she literally would cuss him out and hang up on him constantly. It was
Right.
painful to watch, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So it's like, come on, stop talking to him like that. Like, what the hell?
And
And
when he stands up for himself, it seems that's when she likes him more.
yeah,
Like when she remember, I was like, she ain't gonna not go see this guy Billy, and she's gonna be like, all right, bye, Michael. Well, as soon as it's like she does stuff to make him jealous, but when he
yeah.
gets really mad, she's like, oh, okay, I get it. And I think he saw that
Wait a
and
minute. Are you
realized
mad? Are you mad?
it was like he
I
just,
think Angela gained a whole new respect for Michael that night because she
yeah,
saw, okay, wait a minute. He
I
does have a
can't bully
limit.
him. Hmm.
He does have this motherfucker whip my ass. You know what I mean? I'm like, he has been holding it in. Did you see how he went off on her?
That was
She
all that time of that him being talked to
holding that
like
shit
that
in.
came out. That's like anger management. It reminded me of.
Right. He literally went off on her. And he looked like he was going to put hands on her if they didn't stop him. So
Hmm.
she saw that and realized that he had a side that she had not seen, and that she probably does not want to see that anymore.
Right.
So she kind of came off of some of her anger a little bit. Notice she don't quite talk to him as much like that
Hmm.
ever since then. So yeah, she's like, okay, wait a minute. I don't know that I want to push this guy's buttons too much. Okay, hey Chandra, welcome. Okay,
Chanda,
so
hey.
Shonda's saying that they were fake tears from Angela. And Renee said,
Let me read that one.
yeah,
Andre had a shady past. That's why he left Moldova and went to Ireland. Then we found out he overstayed his visitor visa years ago. The ICE call was just speculation. There's no proof anyone called. That's true, Renee.
yeah, he had the J1 visa. He was a worker over here. He probably worked where we live.
Buddha said, JJ, you got a heart of gold because I felt dust for Angela. Chanda said she sees that he does, or that she sees that she doesn't really have the upper hand. Thank you. I could not get that out. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. When he said, I'm going to go home from when she was going to go stay with Billy, that's when she was like, okay, never mind. I won't do it then. I didn't know it meant that much to you. Like, hello. Why wouldn't you? If he had tried that,
Your husband.
you
Talking
didn't
about going
think
to
he
stay
was
with
going to have
another
a problem
man.
that you've
What do you
admitted to
mean you
having a
didn't think it was
crush
going to
on?
mean anything?
Not even a guy
Right.
you've introduced as a friend.
Right. You introduced him as somebody that you had a crush on. So it's like like, what? If Michael had been cool with that, I would have lost another level of respect for him,
Me
you
too.
know?
I thought it was weird how the other guy handled.
Yeah, because then he was like, I don't have a crush on her, but if she has a crush on me, I didn't know that. And yeah,
Well,
right, dude. When you guys were on TikTok dancing together, she said it. He
mhm.
used to be a stripper and he's sexy. I mean, come on. So he knew she liked him, you know? Um, and then he had the nerve to say, well, why is Michael here? In front of Michael.
Mhm.
Why did you call me with him here? That to me says something extracurricular is going on there. Why did you
But
call me in front of your husband? Well, if you don't have a crush on her and nothing's going on, why can't
why is
she call you in front of her husband?
right?
So that didn't even sit right.
Buddha said she's going to be on 90 Day and everyone is going to be confused. I see it. And Shonda said she seemed to start respecting him when he started acting manly. Yes.
Yeah,
She
she
was
started
walking
respecting
all
him.
over him and just saying anything she wanted to him. And he finally stood up to her. And now she's kind of like, oh, okay.
When she messed that car up, that was the last straw.
Yeah.
Michael was like, okay, you know what, bitch? Seriously, this is the real me.
Because I feel like
Okay.
she makes him out to be the bad guy and her to look like the victim when in most of the scenarios, at least what they've showed, I could be wrong. It seems like she takes total like advantage of him wanting to, I mean, even though he might want to come to America, she takes it to another level. She's been rude to him. She doesn't listen to his opinion. She tells
Yeah.
him it doesn't matter. She tells him to shut up. She yells at him, speaks to him like a child. Like at some point this guy got like
She
beat
speaks to him
down.
worse than a child, even.
Right.
You know? I mean, I've seen people address children with more respect than she addresses him. So that's just nuts. But I don't know that she is going to continue that because she's seen that other side with him and he has stood up to her on more than one occasion now and held his ground. And look how long it took for him to take that Instagram down. He didn't just take it down right away. She
Mhm.
literally had to go off on him a few times for him to take it down, you know? So,
Watch this. I gotta read these. Rose said, "Watch her show up on 90 Day the Other Way with Billy," and Shauna said, "He deserves a green card just for putting up with her." I agree. She's gonna go
true.
on another show, and that might be why she picked a guy from Canada so
I
that she
said
could
that.
go on the other way. Yep,
I
you did.
literally said
Shonda,
that a
he
couple weeks
he
ago. Yep.
does.
She's going to be
Buddhist.
on 90 Day Fiance all over again with Billy.
Mhm. It's gonna be crazy. We have to hear another season of her because they'll leave her on for entertainment purposes.
Exactly. They'll find another reason to leave her. They will find her a fiance to
As
be
much
on
as
there with.
everybody hates her, they can't wait to see her.
That's what they did with Ed. I heard, didn't you say, Ro, that Ed was paying Liz?
You must have heard Buddha's thought. She said Ed needs a woman like Angela. You see how scared Ed was when she said, "Excuse me." Same thing with Angie. She'll need a tough guy that'll stand 10 toes down. And
Yeah.
Yep. Shonda said, and what was all that when she was getting advice from her grandkids? That was weird. Yes, it was.
Yeah. That was weird. That was weird. Meemaw was getting advice. And the kids made more sense than her.
Mhm.
The kids legit made sense. Like the little girl, she was she was like emotionally intelligent for her age, you know? So I'm like, okay, that's a little off. You know who else is extremely emotionally intelligent? Remember Tiffany? Her son.
Yeah, her son.
Her son is extremely mature. He was giving her love advice. I just want you to be happy, mom. Kid's like 9 years old. Well, if you're not happy with Ronald, calling him Ronald now, just get with somebody that takes care of you. And he's talking to the camera. I just want my mom to be with somebody who has her best interest at heart. What do you know about that? You're
Right. He's an
9.
old soul.
Yes.
Welcome everybody too. I think this is one of our biggest turnouts that we've had.
J. Crew. J. Crew.
Yeah, Buddha said putting babies on grown folks' business, right?
The J. Crew is steadily growing. I appreciate everybody who is in here and who is
Ooh,
subscribed to the
603.
channel. We cracked the 600. Remember last week it had dropped back down to 599. So we ended up picking up another 4 people. Welcome. So we are growing. We are growing. We are working our way upwards and onwards towards that 1K.
That's a
So we
good
can get in here
question,
and start
Renee.
doing. What's the question?
So, does anyone think Angela truly loves Michael? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like maybe she's grown in whatever
Boom,
she
boom.
thinks is some type of love. I don't see
Hell
her loving
no.
him. I
She
think he
loves
loves
him for
her
the
more than he
camera.
loves him.
She loves him for the camera. She loves him for the camera because anybody that you truly love, you don't talk to him like that. You don't talk to people you love the way she has addressed and talked to him, and always talking about leaving him and walking away, although she never does.
Hmm.
I think she stayed with him so that she could continue being on the show. I think Angela's an actress. This isn't the first reality TV show she's been on. So she knows how to draw up the tears when they need to be there. So no, I don't think she loves him. He damn sure, I don't think he loves her. I don't think they love each other. Do any of these people love each other? Some of them do. Some of them you can see is genuine. But some of them, it's like, what the hell?
Suspect,
Did they
right?
write you guys in the script together or something? Just like remember, what was that guy that went down to Brazil or Bolivia or whatever on the last one? Ben. Remember Ben going and looking for the chick in and
Oh,
flew over there anyway, even though she said don't come.
and he had to like end up coming home without ever seeing her.
They were paid actors.
Right. That's
So
right.
we know TLC is not beyond doing that.
Rose said, and this is in response to like the kids being like more intelligent. She said, this is what happened with kids when parents act like children, right? And
Right. They have no choice but to grow up and be the parent. By the way, guys, I never mentioned too, with that 7-day fast, I lost 21 pounds.
woo, that was so good. I can remember when you came out of there and I was like, wait, in 7 days? You sure
I
you're not
lost
feeling
21
dizzy or
pounds.
something?
A lot of it was water weight, but I'll take it. You know what
That
I
was
mean?
really good. That is a quick fix weight loss right there.
Dude,
Um,
Jason Fung says that fasting is one of the best ways to lose weight. It's the fastest way, but it's not
fastest, get it?
sustainable. Yes.
Shauna said she would get more respect and make him jealous if he looked classy, if she looked classy, not trashy.
Women who?
Angela, I think. She would make him jealous if she looked classy, not trashy, Chanda said.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
I
right.
see what
I
you're
agree.
saying. Buddha, let's get JJ to 15,000 subscribers this year. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to become a member of the J Crew, y'all.
That is amazing. That would be listen, let me tell you something.
21 pounds?
Yeah, 21. 21. Yeah. I get to 15K. I start getting super chats. I'm definitely gonna, you know what? We're gonna do the wheel, just like the guy over on TikTok. I'm gonna start doing drawings and hooking the J Crew up. You know, that would be absolutely amazing. Who else was on the tell all?
We do Jovi?
No, we didn't do Jovi and Yara. I don't think we got to Jovi and Yara on this episode. I think they've been pretty much background noise, but there has been some rumblings on these past couple of episodes between him and Andre. They've been hanging out together, drinking beers, but also getting in each other's ass at the same time. And they showed that scene where they were at the bar And Andre says, yeah, your wife is breaking your family up. That's why you're in the situation you're in. And Jovi is telling Andre that you're breaking up your entire family just with your attitude. So you're going to end up just like me. So
Wow.
yeah, so these two guys, while they're hanging out, they're not really getting along, But
I
then
thought it
again,
was
they may just
funny
be buddies like that kind of call each other out. What?
when Andre was talking with Angela
Hmm.
in the car. Wasn't that funny? He was talking
That
to her
was
like,
fun.
"Girl, you don't
He was
need
getting
him."
along with her, right? Andre, let me tell y'all something. Andre is a character. They pay him to go act crazy like that. Andre's really not that nasty. He's really not that crazy and over the top. They pay him to do that. I really believe that because if you watch him in some of his candid moments, first of all, what kind of guy that is that much of an a-hole is going to make children's videos?
Right.
Think about it.
That's a
That's the
Takeover.
real Andre. The Andre you see chit-chatting and eating and so what's happening? You're gonna stay with this guy? Talking to Liz about Ed. You're gonna stay with this guy? He seemed like a douchebag. And you don't? So that lets you know he recognizes douchebag behavior when he sees it. So that's not him. If he's calling Ed a douchebag, how the hell do you think you're acting? That means to me, oh, okay, they're paying you to do that. Because if you think that's douchebag, then why are you doing it? So, okay, that's not the real you. And we've seen evidence over and over again that he's a lot more mild mannered than he portrays on the show. He's really not that angry. And that's probably why Becky was hugging him because it's like, yeah, we've gotten to know the real Andre. That's why the dad loves him. You know,
Yeah.
freaking the brother-in-law was calling him bro. I
Yeah.
bet off camera they are drinking buddies.
Mhm.
No doubt. He doesn't think about it. He has no brothers. And the other brother-in-law is a nerd.
I think
Andre
they
is his
realized
twin
that
from another
Andre
mother.
might have been, even though he's misunderstood and stuff, I think they realized that he wasn't trying to mooch money. He was willing to work for it. So he
Yeah.
was I think that's what the dad ended up liking about him.
He's just trying to build something.
Let's see. Wait a minute. I got some comments to catch up on here. Buddha said, "Congrats. That's for your weight loss. Congratulations on your
Thank
fast."
you. Thank you. Thank you.
I
Thank
thought
you. I
your face looked
appreciate it.
smaller than last week.
Yeah,
Dolly,
it, it was getting a little pudgy.
Dolly said, "I
It's still
better
pudgy.
fast." I know. Me too. I've been eating too many potatoes. That's why I'm all raw right now. That
Oh
way you
my
won't get
God, man.
hurt.
Don't listen to her. This girl weighs 125 pounds soaking wet. Okay.
Look, I
She
sent Dawn a
can eat.
picture of a potato from TikTok. It had a picture where you could put your face in a potato today, and I was like, "Look, I finally turned into a potato."
She can't gain weight if she wants to. She eats and eats and eats like, well, she doesn't eat like that, but she eats like when she has her feeding window because Jen doesn't eat all day. She's gotten used to that when she went vegan. And when she eats, she can eat a pretty good amount. She doesn't pick up weight. She doesn't work out. So that whatever she did to her metabolism worked in her 40s, no less.
Almost
So
50s.
yeah, well,
I'm
I
getting on
mean,
that other side in a couple of weeks or next week. Wait, no, 5 days. Renee said that's like two pant
happy
sizes.
birthday,
Yes.
baby. January 15th is my sweetheart's birthday. Everybody hit her up with a happy birthday.
Thank you. Hot take. Rose said, I thought Liz looked a little trashy. We clearly saw her thong when she bent down to read Rose's text. And Buddha said Jovi went in on Ed. Chanda said Andre and Libby. Oh yeah, we started to not talk about them yet.
Did I say Andre and Liz?
I think so, but we knew what you meant.
I want to call her Liz.
She
But
looks like she could be a Liz too.
Libby's home having baby number 2, still cooking baby number 2. Speaking of which, I got to jump off subject one more time. Lauren This chick, man, is kicking out babies in an phenomenally fast. Like, what is going
Fashion.
on? Yeah, like, is one is barely walking and she's already having another one. Okay, and he wants four. He said it. So, but she's on Instagram. She lost all that baby fat too.
Mm-hmm.
She looks good. She lost all that weight. She looks really good for somebody who has kicked out three children, and all back to back. That would be a death sentence for somebody else's waistline. She has managed to seriously hone her shit in and dropped all that weight. I think she's sending a message to Alex. I'm done. I'm done. That's good. We're good. And
Oh
she
my,
said it. She said it on the show that she doesn't want anymore. And he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna have another one."
oh
So
my
we'll see.
gosh, she's like a baby making machine, right?
Yeah, drop, 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 drop. It's like, and then somebody said that I saw on Instagram, somebody said with regards to Shida that she needs to hook up with Nick Cannon. He is a baby making machine. You
Mm-hmm.
want to get pregnant? Hook up with Nick Cannon. Because Bilal is not getting it done. But they're gonna go into something on one of these next tell-all episode. Apparently she changed her mind, guys, right?
That's what we heard, but I don't think it's true. I think they're spinning something weird to like make it sound like that. You know how they do the
Okay,
editing?
I do.
Buddha said there's a lot of a-holes that make kitty videos, though. Andre loves money. True. Dolly said, Who was it that Ed called an idiot? Oh, and then Buddha said it was Andre.
Yeah.
Shonda said, I think he came in as an alpha male-ish and TLC wanted him to expand on that and make it his thing. Yep. Renee said, well, I hope for the family
Absolutely.
it's an act. And Rose said, happy birthday. Thank you, Ro. And then Buddha said, happy early birthday. Tell me what it's like on the other side. On the other side of 40. I'm not going to
Or
scare
on
you.
the other side of 45, because you're at that point closer to 50 than you are to
I don't
40s.
know. I guess we'll see what happens. I don't want to think about it. That's why I'm like, maybe we shouldn't celebrate the birthday. Then it never happens.
You're still at the halfway point, but when you hit that 46, you're now closer to 50 than you
Yes,
are
I know.
40.
That's why I was okay last year, but now I'm like, wait, what's going on? Buddha said, I watched Lauren and Alexi and David and Annie too. And Renee said they
Oh, I
probably
gotta
want
catch
to
up on
get it
David and
done
Andy. I gotta look at that.
and
I
over
haven't
with.
watched it yet. Huh?
The other side of 40. Yeah, I knew she wasn't that going on that 45. The other side of 40 is kind of like, I feel like your 30s, you kind of figure everything out. And then 40, mid 40s, I feel like the hormones start doing some weird stuff. But,
They definitely do.
it's kind of like maybe you feel like maybe you're going half crazy sometimes, but you'll be all
Where's
right.
Janetta?
I know. KT,
Kim?
where's Janetta?
Where's Janetta, Kay?
She wasn't at work tonight either.
Hopefully she's all right.
She done ditched us. She found cooler people to hang out with. Is that what happened? Renee said, I'm 54 and being postmenopause sucks.
Dude, Renee, so am I. You and I are the same age. Um, yeah, because I'm having to not eat for 6 years just to drop 10 pounds. You know what I mean? I'm like,
I gotta
what
run to the kitchen.
I knew
You
you'd
guys are
appreciate
great.
that over exaggeration. She does that to me all the time. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's like I'm determined to like upregulate my metabolism and seriously re- get through this. Um, I'm trying once and for all, So talking about on the other side of 40. How about being on the other side of 50, dude? July, I'll be 55. I'm like, what? I don't believe in age. I don't count it. I don't really look. But when I stop and think about it, I don't feel like that at all. It's weird. I still feel like my 25-year-old self. I really, really do. Like physically, I'm able to still do things that I could do that. I'm like, how is that possible? What happened? You know what I mean? So I don't know. But it rolls by pretty damn fast, which is one of the reasons why you need to enjoy the moments that you're in. Be the best you can be in the moments that you're in. Because, yesterday, today becomes yesterday way too fast anymore. And you're not promised tomorrow. So you got to live for now and do the things now that you want for your tomorrow. That way, in case you make it and wake up another day, the things that you did or doing today put you in a position that you want to be in. Because at some point we all got to go. So it doesn't matter. You got to be happy. You're only going to be here for 20 minutes tops. Okay. So you got to be happy. Otherwise, what the hell is it all for? And fasting is something that I actually freakily enjoy doing. I feel really buzzed and energetic when I do it. So, but yeah, Angela maybe should have tried that, but there's no way she's not gonna not eat. It's a discipline thing. But yeah, this tell all was crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to the next episode of it, because it's going to be absolutely off the chain, and I can't wait to see what Bilal's thing is. Why Shot is not pregnant. Speaking of which, shout out to Guillermo and Kara. They had a beautiful baby boy. And shout out to Patrick and Thais. I have pictures that I took of them too, but I'm not jumping off here because I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and let y'all go. But Patrick and Thais had an awesome baby girl. And there's a picture on Instagram with Patrick and the baby girl that is so beautiful. She legit, well, daughters do. I look like my dad didn't even have any help. So it's like she looks just like him. And they're just like, heads against each other, and not both their eyes are closed. That's like his face on this little body. So yeah, so they had their babies, but I could not, guys, for the life of me, help feeling bad for Shida when I saw that, because correct me if I'm wrong, weren't they all on the same season? Was that not the season that Bilal and Shida were on? Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? The one with Kara and Guillermo, and so that's two women, and I haven't looked after Jabri and Miona, because God forbid Miona's pregnant. But that is two women that have gotten pregnant and had a successful birth in the time that show aired. And here Shada is still trying to get pregnant. I feel so, but she probably is going through it. When she saw, I mean, I'm sure she's happy for them, but that probably made things worse, Because why wasn't that her? As bad as she has expressed to him, she wants a baby. She's doing her yoga thing, but she wants a kid, and Bilal is just dragging his feet. Thais and Kara have already had kids. Oh, she's working her other job. Okay, well, send her our love. Tell her we said hey and we miss her. Wait a minute. I see last for Buddha. What is she saying? Wait a minute. Hold up. Rose laughing. Hold on. What is going on? Because I ain't got my reader here. A stash since 20. I've been waxing a stash since 20. You better wax, because I used to shave mine and it just would grow in thicker, which, me being a huge tomboy, I thought it was cool. But after a while, I'm like, nah, that ain't cool. So I stopped and it stopped growing like that. You know, the more you shave, the faster your hair grows. So when I was a barber, I was cutting my hair all the time, but had to keep it up because of that. And even now, because under the dreads, I have it shaved. So every now and then, but my dreads hide it when I let it grow out a little bit. I want to hear Usman and Jamal. I know. I can't wait to see them go at it. I cannot wait to see them go at it. She tells me now I should have ordered fries. Huh? I missed that. Wax machine. I'm just checking out some of the comments over there. That's what I want to know, JJ. What? She didn't read none of this. Hold up. Really, at Renee Revelinsky? I thought it would be a breeze. No more cycles. Yay. I don't know. I can't keep up. I missed it, but I'll go back and watch. Look. Um, I hope she gets it too, Renee. I really do. Because I felt bad seeing them have the babies and she's sitting there. And there was an Instagram picture where all within kind of like the same context, you could kind of tell that she's like, okay, that should have been me. Or at least I should have been in the group of that, you know?
I went to go cut up my celery real quick. But I said that about the fries when you said, we're only here for a minute. You should live in the moment. And I was like, oh man, I should have ordered fries instead of the celery. I was
Ah,
just joking. Which one were you trying to read?
I don't know. Everybody was cracking up at Buddha, so I like missed whatever was said there.
Oh, okay. Let me
Might have to go
see.
back. Buddha, you might have to repeat that because I want to know. I love laughing.
Buddha said, "Really, Renee? I thought it would be a breeze. No more cycles, right? Like at talking about menopause, and then you went into the mustache. I saw that, and Renee said, let's see what Renee said. I have a mustache. I need to wax more often. Buddha said, Renee, stop it, wax machine girl, and Renee said, Buddha, I had a lot of hot flashes at night. I would wake up and my sheets were soaked.
Yes. I don't
And
miss
Buddha
that.
said, I've been waxing a stash since 20. And Renee said, I want to hear Usman and Jamal. Buddha said, no, Renee, the only time I want my sheets to soak is, well, okay, I'm just saying. I want to hear it too, Renee. Shonda said, and her face when Sean was asking Libby about her pregnancy, I felt bad for Shida.
Yeah, it's like Shida. It's
Yes, it's
that
like
was the same
he's stringing
season.
her along.
That was the same season. Two women have had children that were in her season, and she still doesn't have a baby, not even pregnant. So it's like, wow, that's
I feel like
crazy.
he's being a little bit selfish because knowing that early on that she wanted kids, he should have made that decision before marrying her.
Yeah, yeah. Which she gave him every opportunity.
Hmm.
She even put it in the prenup. So that let him know that that's, she was on that time with him. And it's like, if you had no intentions of ever getting her pregnant, it was wrong of him to marry her. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Marry her, then don't give her a kid. And then when she divorces you, you can say she's just like the other women. That's what I feel like he wants to do. Why are you getting these women who are just not on the same page with you and then wondering why they want to leave your ass? And then the next woman, you're all insecure thinking she's going to leave you because the other women left you, but it wasn't of any of their doing. It was because of how you treated them and what you did. He talked down to his first wife. He talks down to Shida. He won't give her. It's all about Bilal. Bilal thinks his money grants him the right to have everything his way. I seen a 4-month-old baby girl on the 6th, and I just melted. Yeah. They're so amazingly beautiful. Babies are so amazingly beautiful. It's new life, So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I have really, really, really enjoyed talking to you guys. I always do every Tuesday. Thank you for coming so much and making Tuesday nights so special for me and Jen. We really look to talking to you guys and just hanging out and, going over this stuff. Well, when the tell-all ends, I think I'm going to cover Lauren and Lexi because they are basically just a third of the way into season 2. So, and Dad, I gotta say this. Dad is out of line, man. Who is he to bring up custody? Did you go there? That Lauren's father, because they're thinking about moving to Israel, you know. Lauren Alex wants the kids to experience living in Israel. And Lauren's parents are not having any good days about that at all. But then when the dad goes there and says, I want you guys to talk to a custody attorney because if you get divorced or your relationship goes south, I need to know that she has the rights to those kids. First of all, it's not just going to be that easy for her to take them kids away from Alex. Okay, have you seen him playing with them kids on Instagram? And wait a minute, I can't even get my thoughts right. They're jumping all over the place. Speaking of playing with kids on Instagram, Alex, have any of you seen this video with Alex and his 2 sons, and he's letting the oldest son, Shy, jump all over the baby boy? I'm like, oh, what the hell is going on there? And then you've got people who say, don't, tell somebody how to raise their kids. Oh, they're boys, they're tough. But more often than not, because I thought it was just me, I'm like, wait a minute. Is it just me, or is he like, is he hurting this kid? Why is Alex not paying attention to that? Or he is, but he's ignoring it. And there were like almost every comment was saying, I'm worried about the fact that Shy is jumping all over Asher and Alex isn't doing a damn thing about it. Then they've got another video where Shy is literally smashing a pacifier into Ari, the daughter's mouth, the new baby girl. Get control of him, Alex. Like, what the hell? He's abusing his siblings. And Alex thinks it's funny and recording the shit. Keep it all. Try put it in her mouth. Thinking, why are you letting him smash a pacifier that's been on the floor in her face? So anyway, yeah, we're gonna talk about Lauren and Alex once these tell-alls run out. But guys, I love you. Everybody have a wonderful night. Can't wait to see what happens on this Sunday. So peace and blessings, and you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you on the next Takeover. How you like that? I'm trying to sound like an announcer, right? Have a good night, everybody. My computer's frozen. I can't get to my outro. Okay. See ya.